It looks like for 2025, Polaris has decided to bring the Sportsman 570 Touring more in line with the 570 1-Up models, with similar new look and design. They have also redesigned two new models of 2-Up 570 ATV, and we will take a look at those as well, and I will give you my thoughts. The 567cc engine is a carryover, making 44 horsepower. Drivetrain appears to be the same as well. New for the touring models is a contoured rear seat back and grips that are easily removable, which makes it easy to convert to a 1-Up machine like its competition. A new 6-gallon rear storage bin beneath the rear rack. And I'm a sucker for storage, so it's nice to see this from Polaris. New LED pod and headlights. A integrated 7-inch display powered by Ride Command with GPS navigation. New front rack extenders and rack capacity with multiple tie-down points. New to all models, including the X2 and 6x6, is a new design and 2 times stiffer chassis. Along with that is an extended service intervals that deliver 2 times more time between oil changes and routine maintenance, and new enhanced suspension with 9.5 inches of rear travel with upgraded sealed bushings. So it looks like with these new 2-Up models, they've redesigned the rear suspension some. Specs and features, we'll start off with the base model Touring. Now all these features will carry over to the other models. So we have on-demand all-wheel drive and 2-wheel drive. However, it looks like there's no 4-wheel drive lock, which is interesting to see. Estimated dry weight is 785 pounds. 6.75 gallon fuel tank. 11.5 inches of ground clearance. 485 pounds of payload capacity. 56-inch wheelbase. So it's 6 inches longer than your standard Sportsman 570. A single lever 3-wheel hydraulic disc brake with rear foot brake. Wish they would have done a 4-wheel brake. With that extra weight of a passenger, I feel like more braking power would be better. A digital gauge with 7-inch Ride Command is optional. 25-inch tires with 12-inch steel wheels. A sealed McPherson strut front with 8.2 inches of travel, and a sealed dual A-arm rear with 9.5 inches of travel. So it looks like they're going to keep the McPherson strut around. Let me guys know what you think about the McPherson struts. Now the EPS model, you get just that. You get a multi-select EPS standard on the EPS model. Everything else is the same as the base. So I'm guessing that multi-select is probably like a soft, medium, and firm power steering. Premium model gets active descent control and engine braking system. So I'm not super familiar with this with Polaris. I'm guessing you might be able to adjust the sensitivity. I'm not 100% sure. You have front trail bumper, LED light package, painted plastics. Ride Command is available. 26-inch Duro tires and 14-inch aluminum wheels. It still has the McPherson strut, and it's 879 pounds estimated dry weight. Which leads us to the last and most expensive model, which is the Ultimate. So that 7-inch display with Ride Command comes standard. You have the high output LED package, a 3,500 pound Polaris HD winch, pin activated security system, and a USB data / charging port, which is nice to see. Every ATV, in my opinion, should have a USB port for your accessories. The Ultimate comes with sealed arched dual A-arms front with 8.9 inches of travel to get a bit more travel, and the estimated dry weight is 911 pounds. Now I'm sure shortly we will be seeing these same features make their way over to the 850 and 1000 touring models from Polaris. Now competition for this 2-Up touring ATV, we have in this 40 to 50 horsepower class, you have the Can-Am Outlander 500 and 700 touring. You have the CF Moto C4 600 touring and the Articat Altera 600 TRV. These all compete directly with this new 570 from Polaris. Now, Polaris has had the X2 model around before for some time, but it looks like they've decided to bring it back for 2025. So specific to the X2, we have an industry exclusive convertible rear seat, which allows for a dump bed to convert to a passenger seat. It has new turf mode, which it unlocks the rear differential, allowing you to make smoother, tighter turns. And it also has a selectable speed limiter for precision driving. So this is kind of like a cruise control at low speeds, it looks like. Now, specs, 931 pounds estimated dry weight for the X2, has 705 pounds of payload capacity. And now with the X2, it has 4-wheel hydraulic disc brakes, which is nice to see. I wish they would have done that also for the touring. 26-inch tires and 14-inch aluminum wheels, and the X2 sticks with the McPherson strut front end. Now, I'm not sure if I see the value in this model personally. If you've owned an X2 in the past, leave me a comment and let us know your experience. Was it worth having the X2? Polaris seems to be marketing this as a $14,000 wheelbarrow, but let me know what you think. Lastly, we have the new 6x6. They claim it has a 2.5 times more rigid chassis. Has a class-leading 800 pounds dump box with integrated D-rings and multiple tie-down points. And it also has that selectable speed limiter feature. Specs for the 6x6, it comes weighs in at 1,187 pounds estimated dry weight. So a pretty heavy rig, obviously. The payload capacity is 1,115 pounds. That's pretty impressive. 4-wheel hydraulic disc brakes, and it has 26-inch tires, also with 14-inch aluminum wheels. However, the 6x6 gets the arched A-arms for the front, rather than the McPherson strut. I could see there being a market for this, perhaps with like the National Park Service or the Forest Service, search and rescue, mining, industries where they might need a narrow vehicle with lots of traction. However, I don't see much use for this in recreation. Also, Polaris has the 570 Ranger, which I feel could do just as good a job for less money. I don't know, you tell me, is there a market for the 6x6 ATV? Looks like Polaris seems to think there is, so but let me know your thoughts on this 6x6. Anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a comment. It's always nice to see new models and redesigns in the ATV market. With side-by-sides being so prevalent today, it's nice to see the ATVs are sticking around, and they're also getting some love from the manufacturers. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.